that would, okay, this flow, I want for every time something is added to my mail, for every time there's an attached file to my, probably to a mail, I want Power Automate to send me a reminder for it. So that way, that thing that was added, from the expression and from the statement, if something is added to my mail, if an attachment is added to my mail, that's the trigger. If something is done, so that is the trigger here. So I want Power Automate to be able to send a reminder to me. That is an action. What I'm taking against the action that was done earlier. I hope I've not confused you. Amotomiwa, is it clear enough, or should I break it even probably to some smaller basics?
No, it's okay.
Okay, all right. So any other person that is not clear, hope I didn't confuse anybody. If you are confused, you can call my attention and I would do a debrief again. Are we good to go? Are we good to go?
We're good to go.
Okay.
Good to go, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So now, there are some things that I would like us to know before we go fully into building a flow, because this evening we'll be building a flow basically. So we'll be building a flow from blank. Yesterday we built a flow from templates. There are two ways you can build your flow. You can build your flow from blank, you can build from a template. But this evening we'll be building our flow from blank, while we can start our flows from the very beginning. So that is what we'll be looking at this evening. But before we go into that, I would like to bring some things to our notes so that we can, so when we see them during the process of us creating this flow, it would not be look so strange to us. So one thing I would like us to know is expression. Like in Power Apps, there's the formulas, there's the logic and all in Power Apps, right? So for Power Automate, things like that are called expressions. So there are a set of functions that are used in Power Automate to perform some specific activities or actions. So you want your Power Automate to be able to detect today's date, to use an expression. You want Power Automate to do something, use an expression. So, but of course, you may not fully understand what an expression is now, but while you do the demo, while we go fully into the demo, you'll be able to understand what an expression is and how it can be used. There's something else that I would like to introduce to others, dynamic comments, dynamic content, but that would be during the process of us building the demo. Then we can so we can see as it works. So it won't be something so abstract to us. So is our expression clear to some extent before we go into the demo? Is an expression clear to us all? Clear, 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 clear. No. Come over it again, please let me know.
Can you come over it again?
All right, thank you. So I said an expression is basically a set of functions in Power Automate that is used to perform specific actions. You want Power Automate to be able to detect, okay, what is today's date, or today, or now, or any other thing. So for Power Automate to be able to do that, you would use an expression. If you remember in Power Apps, if you want to, okay, I want this app to navigate to this screen, you do what? You navigate, you put in the function called navigate, right? Sandra, am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, so in Power Apps, those are called logic, and so that's logic in Power Apps. But in Power Automate, it is called expression, right? It's called
Yes.
expression. So if you want to manipulate dates, manipulate anything, you would use an expression in Power Automate. So this may not be fully so clear to us all now, but I just want us to have a first-hand knowledge of it while we go into the demo, and then I will show us how we can use an expression in Power Automate. So is it a bit clearer now? Can we proceed, or should I go over it again?
It is.
Okay.
Proceed.
All right. Thank you. So let me open my Power Automate. Let me open my Google Chrome. Um, So again, so to go to Power Automate, we know this site powerautomate.com. Let's go. I would like us to do this all together. Are we there? Confirm if you are there.
Yes. Yes, I am.
All right, thank you. I need more confirmation before I proceed.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, yesterday, I know we would have gone through the interface of Power Automate, but I would just like to just run over it again, at least for the sake of those who probably were not here yesterday, or for those who missed out on it yesterday. So this is the Home tab. If you want to go to your Home Power Automate, this is it. The action item is basically your approvals, business process flows. So your flows is where the flows, all the flows that you've created, where you can see them. You can see cloud, desktop, business process, and those flows that were shared with you. So these are the flows that I've created so far on my own. If you want to start the flow from templates, this is where you come to, and you will see diverse of flows of templates that you can edit to your taste. So you can see diverse of template that you can edit to your taste. You can see, so if you come down, you can still see more templates. So it is over 200, probably even over 1,000 templates. You can that can be edited to your taste. So you can, if you want to have a remote work or probably an approval, if the flow you want to create deals with approval, you can just come under approval and you're able to see all the flows under approval. If you want, at the click of a button, that's an instant flow. You can come here and then you would see all the flows that deals with button. So, and you can see there's still more templates here. So for Visio is basically documenting things, a process and all that, data collection. So if you want to collect events, collect different things, this is a flow that can help you. For your email, so these are basically templates that can be used, and you can always see more templates. So it shows you that basically there's nothing exactly that you want to build that has not been done before. So it all depends on how well you're able to search. If you can search here, so this one thing they say now is Googling is a skill. So the ability to search properly is now a skill. So if you are able to search properly here, you would be able to see a template that will suit that thing you want to do. So this is how you can build from a template. And if you want to start from blank, you can come under create and you would see, do you want to start an automated cloud flow, instant cloud flow, scheduled cloud flow, desktop flow, business process flow? So these are ways you can start your flows from blank, or if you want to start from a template here. All right, so today, like I mentioned, we'll be building our flows from blank, and I would like us to actually follow through, everybody, because when it comes to Power Automate, if you skip a step, you may not get the end result. So if you skip a step, probably at Power BI, you may still, okay, there are many different ways to getting things done in Power BI. So you may still miss a step and still find your way around it to reach the end goal. But in Power Automate, if you miss a step, it will be very hard to actually be able to get the desired end goal. So I would like you also to all follow through as we build this. And if anywhere you are not clear, please let me know so that we can I can come over it again and we can be on the same page. All right. So like Sadiq mentioned yesterday, if you depending on what you want to build actually, so you can start from a template or from blank. But this evening we'll be starting from blank, and to start from blank, I would like. Okay, let me not see, because if I say we should give us different options of what we can do, to take time, and so let me just give us an idea of what I think we can build. So yeah, at my office now, we have different events scheduled on your calendar. I want to believe it's same thing with everybody too. Your task, everything is always on your calendar, so you're able to pick things from your calendar. You want to, you have a deliverable this week. It is always added to your calendar. And most times, if you have been asked what are the things you're working on this week, you start going through your calendar, Okay, day one, what are my tasks? You list them. Day two, what are my tasks? You list them. Day three, Wednesday was my task. Thursday was my task. Friday, what is my task? And you list them. But instead of you doing it that way, you can actually tell Power Automate, go to my calendar and pick all my schedule for the week and send it to me as a mail. Go to my calendar, check my calendar, scan through from Monday to Friday, and get me a list of everything I have in my calendar as a mail, so I can see at a glance. Okay, these are the things I have for the week on my calendar. So if probably someone wants to tell you, these things are calendar, you can easily tell the person, no, this thing is on my calendar. And this way to save you time in knowing, say, to save you time, because those times you used to check, okay, what do I have today? What do I have tomorrow? What do I have on Wednesday, Thursday? It's actually, you are spending more time on it. But if you can tell Power Automate to just go to your calendar and just send, so you can see everything at a glance, that's you being productive even more. So I would like us to build something like that. It is not just it will be something beneficial to everybody, I believe. So this way you can have an automated way of doing getting your calendar events at a glance, at a place together. So that's one thing we'll be doing this evening. I don't know if there are questions before I proceed. Are there questions before I proceed? Are there questions
None
before I
from me.
proceed? All right. Okay. So let me proceed. So for this kind of events, for this kind of flow, what do we think is it an instant cloud flow, schedule, desktop, business process flow, and automated cloud flow? Who can give me a suggestion or an idea on that? Should we
Let's do
start
an instance.
instant
Instant.
cloud flow? Are you sure it to be an instant flow?
It could also be scheduled, maybe at the beginning of the week. You want to get what you have on your calendar, so it can be
Mm.
scheduled
Okay.
once a week.
Yeah, it can be scheduled cloud flow too. It can be, yeah, it can be instant too, and it can be automated cloud flow. Why do I say this? So now imagine there's something added to your calendar. Probably after Monday meeting, after Monday staff meeting, you are now dedicated to some certain task. Power Automate should still be able to come and notify you. So that way, because something was added to your calendar, it is to give you everything that is on your calendar. So that moment something is added to your calendar, it should be able to notify you, oh, your calendar has changed. This is what has changed in your calendar. So I don't know if that is clear. So it can be an automated cloud flow. It can be an instant cloud flow where you would be the one to, okay, Power Automate, please let me know what is on my calendar. It can be a scheduled cloud flow. So this way you can say, okay, I want you to run every morning by 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. every morning. Please run my flow for me. So it could be any of these three, right? Right? Are we clear?
Yes.
Hello.
Right.
Okay. Yep. So
Yes.
I would actually be engaging us so as to know we are following through. Most times that's why I ask questions or the rhetorical questions at times, but it's fine. Just for us to make it an interactive session and we all engaged all the same. Okay, so I'll start from automated cloud flow. Now, automated cloud flow is asking, what is your flow name? What is your flow name? So we can give it any name. So I can say let me say Power Platform. So please, let's do same thing. So just give your flow a name. Give your flow a name. Give your flow a name. So the next thing it is asking is choose your flow trigger. What should be the trigger? Remember, trigger is the initial action, the first thing that would make this flow run. So now, from what we have said, what can be the trigger? What is the trigger, or what can be the trigger? From what I have mentioned. Hello? Can anybody hear me? Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Okay,
And in
When
the
thank
an
you.
calendar
event
event,
added to the
yeah.
calendar.
Okay, when an event is added to the calendar. Well, let's check that. So we can just search. Okay, let's just calendar events. Okay, so we have the options of when an upcoming event is starting. Well, this is a flow that we can create too. When an event is modified, well, it looks like something we would need. Well, let's check other options. When an event is modified, when a new event is created, when an event is starting, when an event is added, updated, or deleted. When an event is added to a calendar, Google Calendar. Okay, let me just do something again. My Outlook calendar, so it will limit my search. Okay, so let's just do something. When a new event is created, let's use this. So when a new event is created, when a new event is created, when a new event is created, so you can click on create. Are we on the same page?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now when a new event is created, that is the trigger, right? This is our trigger. Now it is not asking you that what calendar do you want this trigger to be picking from? So there's the birthday, there's the calendar, there's the United States holidays, there's the Untitled. But for this, we'll pick our calendar. So we'll pick the default Outlook calendar. So please pick your calendar, pick your calendar. Pick your calendar. Have we done that? Now it's asking there's a chance for an advanced option. So it's not asking how do you want to order the way the mail comes in? Like, do you want to order the query, order to which they come in, probably from you want to sort, okay, from Friday to Monday or Monday to Friday. If you want to do that, that's an advanced option. If you want to, do you want to do a top count? I just want you to show me the top 10. I don't want to see the list of my total schedule. So probably I want you to show me the top 5 or something. So you are able to do that as an option. If you want to skip count, I don't want you to show me list events on Wednesday. Skip Wednesday. You can also add that here. But for this, let's not do too much of modification, so we can go to the next step. So since we have the trigger, then what would be the action? What should Power Automate do? When a new event is created, what should Power Automate do?
To send a mail.
Before it sends a mail, it has to do something, I believe. Who has an idea? Who has an idea? Before it sends a mail, there's something Power Automate is supposed to do before it sends a mail. Something is supposed to do. Okay, we mentioned that if anything, even if a new event is created, Power Automate should go to your calendar and get a list of things on your calendar, right?
Yes.
So before it is after it had gotten the list of things on your calendar, that's when it can send a mail. That's when it can send a mail. So what we can do here is now to say, so we can search for that on our calendar. So what can be the search this keyword to search? Any idea on what can be the keyword to search? What can be the keyword to search? Just like we did the other time. Hello. Hello.
Events.
We
Yeah,
can
with you.
We can use what? Someone was saying something.
No, Chaba.
Yeah. Hello.
A suggestion was made about using events.
Okay, events. All right, thank you. So let's search for events. So we have different options for events. Get events, get calendar view of events, respond to an event, invite, delete events. So I think get calendar view of events is what we want to do. Hope we are following through, please. Are we following through? The first step is the trigger, and that's when a new event is created. That was the trigger here. After an event has been created, that is the trigger has been, so there's supposed to be an action. So now the action first is for our Power Automate to get a calendar view of your events. So please click on get calendar view of your events. Click on it. Click on it. Click on it. If you have done that, just say done, done, done. You can unmute and say done. Unmute and say done. If I'm too fast, please call my attention back, and I'll take a step backwards and bring you up to speed. If you have done that, let me know. Have you clicked on get calendar view of events?
actually I don't
Hello.
have an Outlook account, so I was trying to follow up with a Google Calendar, but
Okay, yeah, Google
I'm not
Calendar
getting.
too would, okay, you may not get calendar view of event for Google Calendar. Let me
Yes,
see what
yes,
can,
okay.
let me see from Google Calendar. Let me see what we can have. Okay.
What I see is list the events on the calendar.
Yeah, list the events should work too. List
Right.
calendar. Okay, this calendar, delete an event, list the events on a calendar. Yeah, that should work too. Let me see the things under that. Okay, I need to sign into my Google Calendar. But since you have signed in, you may just let me know what are the things under it so we can see how we are able to edit that to suit what exactly we need.
I'm having calendar ID,
Start
minimum
time.
time and maximum. Yes,
Oh,
it
good.
is
So
almost
it's
exactly as
the
this.
same
Just
thing.
the
Yeah,
start and
yeah,
end.
yeah. So it's the same thing. So who else is here? Who else is here so we can proceed? Baba Tope, are you here? Abdulaziz, Oluwafemi, Tomiwa, Okpaifa, Sandra, Sarah, you here?
Okay, so for me,
Okay.
I'm just listening because I'm not using my Office 365. So I'm just following on the laptop.
What
Not,
do you use?
okay, so when I click on the Office 365 Outlook, there's a exclamation
Sign
sign.
in. Okay.
Yes, because it's my office laptop, I don't want to go further. And I just want to click and then try later. So I don't know what restriction is there for me.
Okay, you can use the Google Calendar instead if you can't have access to the Office 365.
Okay, I think I'll
So
just
that way
go
you can
back
replicate. Yeah, please go back and choose a Google Calendar. So you can replicate this when you have the Office 365 license, or if you have sorted the issue out with your Outlook.
Hi, Toba.
Hi, Sarah, proceed.
Yes, please. When we try to use Google Calendar, I don't know which one of is it when an event is added to the calendar or when an event is modified or when a
Google
new event is
Calendar.
created.
Let me check that again. I think
When an event is added to a calendar.
when an event is added to a calendar.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Who else is having any issue? Can I proceed? Baba Tokwe. I've not heard from Baba Tokwe this evening. Hi, Baba Tokwe.
Hi, Toba. Good evening.
Good evening. Are you having any issue?
Not for now. You can proceed. Thank you. Thanks for checking.
Okay, you're welcome. All right. So I would like to proceed. Okay, Sarah, you have a question. Okay, I think I can proceed. So now get a calendar view of events is asking something. So what calendar is it going to again? So we go to calendar like we did earlier. Now the start time is saying something. What time should I start listing the events from? Like I mentioned before, we talked about the dynamic content and the expression. Now we use the expression. So for Power Automate to be able to go and find a start time, you have to put in an expression, and the expression will be put in is something called UTC now. So just click on expression and type in UTC now. Type in UTC now. You can see now it's showing me the UTC now, so I can just tab on it and click on OK. Is that clear? Should I go over it again? What UTC now is basically saying is that now. So even if my now can be tomorrow morning. So the current time is what UTC now is saying. So that you don't keep coming back. If you put Monday, you don't just keep coming back. No, Tuesday, I want it to start from Tuesday. So UTC now is saying, even if I want the list of things on my calendar, it should be from now, not from Monday that has passed. If I want to check the list of things on my calendar on a Friday, it should start from a Friday. It should not start from Monday again that have passed, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So UTC now is saying start from now. Now. All right. So are we all together? Can I proceed? Confirm if I can proceed.
Okay, sorry, please.
Okay.
So I'm at choose an operation.
Choose an operation. So click on expression. Can you see dynamic content and expression? Hello.
I'm on the action to trigger.
Action to trigger. Okay, you went back, right?
Yes, because I didn't connect with Google Calendar before. So I've connected with Google Calendar. And so after when an event is added to a calendar, then what came next was choose an operation.
Okay. So click on search Google Calendar. Search Google Calendar. and you will see list view of events. I don't know if I'm right, Abdulaziz, Minka. List of events on your Google Calendar.
List the events on the calendar.
Okay.
Yes, list the events. Thank you. So have you seen that?
Yes.
So please click on calendar. The calendar ID will be the calendar, your Google Calendar or your Outlook calendar.
Yes.
Okay, so under start time, you come under dynamic expression and you put in UTC now. If you type UTC and it would bring up the UTC now, you can just tab on it. If you can write it in full if you want. Or you can click on it and then click on OK when you've done that. Others, please confirm if you are at the same page. If we are at the same page, so we can proceed. Confirm. Let's confirm, please. Let me hear from us. Confirm. Are we together?
I'm there.
All right, good.
I'm there.
All right, good. So I think we can proceed. So now under end time would also be an expression. You know, remember expression is a set of functions that makes PowerAutomate perform some specific actions. So now we want PowerAutomate to perform an action, our end time. So, you know, UTC now is saying now, anytime it is, but anytime you want to run it is showing now, today, that present time. Now, that will be the start time, right? Now, the end time should be, for me, like that I do 5 days in a week. So I know some people do like 6, 7 days, probably Baba Topper or someone, they do like 7 days work, but I do 5 days. So I can tell Power Automate, okay, count from now plus 4 days, plus today and the next 4 days. That should be my end time. For those, you can as well modify. If yours is say probably Monday to Sunday, you can do now plus 6. So today is 1 day and then plus 6 other days. That's 7 days. If you probably work 3 times a week, you can say, okay, give me 1 today plus 2 other days. Now to do that, there's something we can do under expression. There's something called add days. Add days. So you can see add days. So you click on add days. So if you have clicked on add days, you open brackets. Now add days is asking for something. It needs a timestamp. It needs a timestamp. Now to get the timestamp, you will do UTC now. So you are saying add days from now, comma 4 days. So you can see after the string, it's asking for days. Yeah. So you are telling Power Automate add days from now. So the number of days is 4. If yours is Monday to Sunday, you can do 6. You can do 6 here. If yours is Monday to Wednesday, you can do 2 here. If yours is Monday, if you wanted to just do Monday to Tuesday, just do 1. If you want to probably go back, you can do negatives and you can do -4, depending on how well you want it to go back. So if you want to not get any just today alone, don't give me probably for tomorrow. So this will be your start time. So, but me, I want Monday to Friday, so I'll make it 4. Right? Are we on the same page? Can I click? Okay. And I click OK.
Yes.
Okay, good. So now we have done the first stage of the flow. If you want to check the advanced option, okay, hi Sandra.
Sorry, please can you go back for the end time?
Okay. So you do add days. you open your brackets, and in between the brackets, you put UTC now, comma 4 days. That's the 4 basically talks about the number of days you want to read from. So that's a
So
day
does that
plus
mean
4 other
from
days.
now to 4 days time?
No, you're saying from now plus 4 more days. So today is a day. You know, UTC now talks about a day now in the day. So today plus 4 other days, that makes it 5 days for those who work 5 days in a week. If you work 7 days, you can do plus 6. 2 days, you can do plus 1. So that way to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday and the likes. But I do Monday to Friday, so I will just do plus 4 days.
Okay.
Yes.
So if it is 7 days, we just do plus 6.
Yes. Yes, you do plus 6. I guess for you to be like plus 6.
No, it's plus 8.
Plus 8. Okay, something like that. All right. So you can do plus, depending on your schedule, you can do plus 4, plus 5, plus 6. So now you can also filter the query. So you can restrict the things. Okay, probably you don't want to, there's a certain task you don't want to see. Probably you from your line manager or something, you can add it and then it will filter it out. So you can add probably a subject. Okay, this subject, I don't want to see it on my list of events. So you can do some advanced options, but basically we don't really need this. So we can just, okay, before we click on next step, let's save the flow and test it. Let's save the flow and test it to see if we are on the right path before we proceed. So we can know where the flow has gone wrong. If the flow fails at this point, we can quickly be able to check. So click on save, everybody. Click on save. Click on save. So to the top right, you see something called test. See something called test to the top right. So I'll click on test. So test is showing manually automatically. No, I'll have to click on manual because I've not tested the flow before. After I've done manually, I cannot test the flow automatically. You can see it's showing there are no runs for this flow because I've not done any run on this flow before. So I have to do it first manually before I can if I can start automatic flow. Now to do manually, you click on manual and you click test. You click test. So you can see at the top now, you see to see it work now, create a new calendar item. To see the flow work now, we have to create a new calendar item. So to test it, I'll have to go to my Outlook. Go to my Outlook and so let me go to my Outlook and test for something. So let me add a new event to my calendar. Let me do something like this. So I can just do say testing. So I'll save and close. I'll save and close. So my flow is running. You can see because I've added something to my calendar, my flow is now running. It's showing success. Your flow ran successfully. Is this same for everybody? Is this same? Let's confirm. If it's not showing successfully, please let me know so we can do some adjustment to that.
Successfully.
So good. Thank you, Inka. Who else again? Successful. Flow failed. Let us know. If I proceed. Please let's confirm. Let's confirm. We are really running out of time and we still have some other things we need to do. You know, we have not even gotten to half stage here. So please, let's confirm, what did we receive? And what did we see? Abdulaziz, Babatope, Oluwafemi, Tomiwa, Okpaifa, Sandra, and Sarah. Please confirm. Confirm. What is the status? Did it run successfully, or there's something you need my help with?
Mine ran successfully.
All right, good. So now to check what this flow actually did, you can click on this place and you'll be able to see everything that the flow did. So these are the things on your calendar: subjects, grades now, the start time, the end time. So you can see that it was able to pick things from my calendar. So you can check yours and so you just go to the subject. You can see Power BI series, start time 15 o'clock, end time 16 o'clock. So you can check your calendar and you would be able to see, check the under the output or the value, I mean, and you'll be able to see what it's generated. You know, this is to get the list of your calendar. We've not sent it as a mail. So that is why you did not receive it in your, probably your Google Calendar or your Outlook. You only said, okay, go and get a list. And we tested if it had gotten the list. So we can now see that it had gotten the list. So if you check your subjects, these are the things on your calendar. So yeah, so it shows that we are on the right path. So now to go back to the flow, you come to the top right and click on edit. Click on edit. Edit. Are we together? Can I proceed?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Now the new step would be send an email, right? But before it sends an email, if you check the output at the other place with the other time, it was not so well. So I would want to actually be in a table. So for me, I want it to be in a table. So I can just create a table. So there's something called HTML table. So you can click on HTML table, just search HTML table. So this is HTML table. Click on HTML table. Have you done that? Please confirm if you have done that. Confirm, confirm. Let's be fast, please. Let's confirm if you have done that.
Done.
Hello. Okay, good. Now for this, now we use the dynamic content and we'll tell Outlook, get for this HTML table. It says this HTML table I want to create. Where should I create it from? From what should I create from? So you're telling it from the list of values. Remember, from your calendar events, everything here are the list of events in your calendar are values. So we are telling HTML table to go back to your list of values and get the list, right? So get the list. Now, how do you want them arranged in a column? It can be automatic, it can be custom. So I would like us to edit it to our own taste and have it as custom. So the first thing is subject. It can be subject or probably topic. You can give either any name. You can make it topic or task name. Task name. And then the value will be the subject. So that's the name of the event. What else do you want to see? You want to see the start time. So I want to see the start time, and then so you can come on that dynamic content here, and then you see start time. We want to have end time as well in the mail that will be sent. So we can come here, and then under values we do end time. Remember, value is the content, things that would be displayed in our mail. So if you want to see some other things, probably the response time. If you want to see those who required attendees, you can click on required attendees. So it is all on your choice. You can show as many as possible things you want to be in the mail that will be sent. So you can even make it end time with time zone. You can probably have a body of the mail as well. But I think these are fine. These three are fine for me. So you may add to yours, it is fine. So far, probably your Google Calendar or your Outlook has that thing, has the capability to do that. Yeah, that will work. That will work. So the next step is now to do what? It's now for Outlook to send this as a mail. Send this as a mail. So click on new step again. Before I proceed, this create HTML table, are we all together on it? Have we all done that? Before I proceed, confirm if you have done that. Confirm if you have done that. Confirm you have created HTML
I've not done it,
table.
but don't worry because my test failed, so I'm just listening.
Oh,
to
your
the
test failed. Please, let's check why
Yeah.
it failed. Let's check why it failed. Share your screen, please. Let's check. Let's check.
I'm
Share your
using
screen.
I'm using my laptop. I'm not connected from my laptop. I'm using
Oh,
my
you're not
phone
good.
for the training.
Oh.
As I'm working with my laptop.
I would have really loved to see why the flow failed. But you can check. You're using a Google Calendar, right?
Yes.
Okay, check from here. Check that you check this calendar, that this is the calendar selected, and you did nothing else. And after
I
that,
didn't have calendar. My calendar ID. I didn't have calendar, so I put birthday.
no. What else do you have apart from birthdays? What are the list of things you have?
I have a Gmail. I have my Gmail account.
Hello.
Yeah, click on
Hello.
Gmail. Yeah, I.
Click on Gmail.
I think she should use her Gmail. Yes.
Yeah, Gmail.
Okay.
Yeah, use your Gmail.
Okay.
So from your Gmail, under calendar ID again, choose your Gmail.
Yes, which is what I did.
Yes, so you can now, before you go to this table, you can test the flow now. It should run properly. If it does not, please let me know. Let me know. All right. While she does that, others, are we on the same page? Are we on the same page?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Others confirm. Others confirm.
Yes, I am.
All right, great stuff. Okay. Now, the last stage in this process is for Outlook. After you've gotten all this, now send it to us as a mail. Send it to us as a mail. Now, to do that, we have to search for, let's search for mail, yeah. So everything that involves mail would pop up. Okay, send an email notification, get mail tips for a mailbox, get email with options, get emails, move email. For this, I think get email, send an email notification is the appropriate thing.
Okay, I'm good now. Thank you.
All right, great. So you can now create the HTML table, create the table so that it would be properly arranged on a table. So your from will be value. So you want the table to get its content from the value from your Outlook calendar. So what are the things you want to see? You just want to see the subject of the mail. That's probably the name of the task you have to do, the time it starts in and the time it will end, or the end time of the days on your calendar. I mean, not the time the task will end, because of course you can't really know when the task will end. So To will now talk about who should I send this mail to. Of course, it is to yourself, so you can just put in your mail. So put in your mail here. So put in your mail here. So now what should be the subject of the mail? You can put anything as the subject. Now I can just say my headache for the week. That can be my subject.
my dynamic content does not have value.
It should have. So you can come here and search. Just search from here. Just search value.
Yeah, that is what I did.
You should have. You should have.
When I type it, it will bring it out.
Under HTML table, right?
Yes, I add create HTML table. Then
let me cancel this and do it again so you can see. So I've canceled my own from now. So I'll come under dynamic.
Okay.
Make sure it is not under expression. It is under dynamic content.
It's not under expression. It's under dynamic.
Okay. So I will search for value. Can you see sensitivity and list of values? So I'll just click on value.
Strangely, it's not in my.
I think it is not in Google Calendar.
Okay, what are the options available?
We have a list of events in Google Calendar.
Okay, that's fine too. List of events is fine too.
Event list, event title, event list, event start, date, time.
So come again, please. Let me get that.
So what I have, event list, event title, event list, event start, date, time.
Okay, pick event list. Event list. Click event list.
Okay, the first one.
Yes. So now you come under the columns. And then you change it from automatic to custom. So you want to customize your own column to your own taste.
Okay, I should change it to custom.
Yeah, change it to custom.
Okay. Okay, then the header.
Yes, the header, you can give the header any name you want it to be. So you can make your subject, you can make yours my list of tasks, my list of events, but I give my own task name.
Okay.
Yeah, so under value, you come here and then you click on subject. So that will be the name of the task. So to pick the name of the task, under the other one can be your start time, depending on what you want to see. So you can just do this and you'll be fine. Okay, so back to us sending an email notification. Now the TOEF field has to be your personal email, or if you want to send to your line manager, that's fine too. But for me, I want to have my list of events, the things on my calendar sent to me so I can view at a glance, not to my line manager. So you can have that. Your subjects can be my tables, my headache for the week or something. So it depends on what you want. Now the body can now
so
be
after the header. After the header, what are you supposed to click on?
A new step. A new step.
A new step. Okay.
Yes.
Add a new. Okay.
Okay, good. So under your new step, you click on email. A new step, it should be, because the last step is for Power Automate to now send us a mail. That is the next step, which is the last step in this sequence of things we have to do. Is it clear? Can I proceed?
Yes, please proceed.
Okay, so basically the TOEF field will be to your email, or if you want it to go to your line manager, that's fine too. Your subject can be anything, and your body. Now I want to compose what's the body of the text to be. So I can just say, dear amazing Toba, comma, please see below your task or your headache for the week? Now we have to do something. So we have to pass something called outputs. So you can see the output from this HTML table is what I want it to display for me. Is that clear? Is that clear? So you can see there's some advanced options. If you want to attach a folder, attach a file, you want some people to be in CC or BC. Probably you don't want just you yourself to be seeing this task. You want your line manager to be seeing it as well. You can put in your CC. You can put them in copy. You can blind copy some people, and so like that. You can do that under the advanced options, but I don't need all this. I don't want my line manager to have a view of this, so I would leave that out. So are we together before I go on to check this? Are we together? Can I save? Okay, so I would save this flow now. I'm saving it. As you can see, it's showing saving. Good. My flow is ready. So test it, please. So now I can do an I can do automatically. But I would like to do it manually. So I like to test it manually. So you can send me that mail. So I'll go back to my Outlook and go and add something to my. Now it will send us a mail. So you can go to your Google Calendar for those who are using Google Calendar and add a new event to your calendar. For those who are using Outlook, add a new event to your Outlook. Now it will send you an automated mail. It will send you an automated mail. So let's just see what can be this. Wedding. Let me say wedding. Wedding is the title of the event. So you save and close. So if I save and close now, in a minute I should receive. Okay. So you can see it has sent me. Okay. Okay, I think it's still running. Oh, showing my flow field. Okay, let me check why.
Sorry, what dynamic content is equal to output? Because I don't have output in Gmail.
Okay, a minute. Since okay, it's showing the mail connector is currently restricted for new tenant. Microsoft is working on enabling this connector. Okay. So basically I would have to remove this because I think it's an error from Microsoft itself. They are still working on this connector. That's what it's showing me here. So I would need to delete this step and change it to another one. So it's showing I'm not authorized to run this flow. That's fine. So I have to edit the flow. So I would edit this and let me delete. So now I had a new step. So let's go back to our action. And I don't know if it's showing something on your end. Did it fail to from your end?
Yes, it did the same.
Okay. Okay.
And the HTML parts.
HTML table failed.
Yes.
Can you share your screen? So let me see why that you can share your screen, right? Or you're using your phone too?
First
I'm using my
HTML table.
It failed. What was the reason why the HTML table failed?
But let me connect to the using my laptop so that I can share.
Okay, because mine actually was successful. It was only the email notification that failed. So it's showing me that Outlook is not I'm not authorized or something. What could be another? Okay, send an email. There's a send an email version 2 from Outlook. Who else add this table? Is a table HTML
Hello?
table successful? Yeah, I.
Yes, so when I pick test and automatically I have two options. Trigger with the most recent item or with a recently used trigger. So which one do I pick?
Because even if you do that, it would still not run. So you have to, because it is dependent on something. Until a calendar,
Okay.
something is added to your calendar. So you may still do manually and go to your calendar and add an event. So that way it would. So click on manually and test, and then go to your calendar and add an event. So that way it would run.
On the body of my email.
Okay.
You know, you had this dynamic expression output. I do not have output on Gmail. What expression am I supposed to use, or what content am I supposed to use?
What do you have? What do you have? What are the things you have?
Under where? I have
under the body, what do you have?
Under the body. No, it's not showing any words.
No, if you come under, okay, let me
see your screen from your email.
I'm on. Will I share my screen now?
Okay, please share your screen. Let me see. So I can even see what you are seeing from Inka's screen.
I don't know.
So come again, please.
I have current items.
Oh, you have current items. Okay.
Is it showing?
Yeah, it is. The from property value in the table action input is of type string. The value must be a type array. All right. So the from property. Okay.
We didn't test our
is of type string. Okay, so that's the values that you picked. Okay, go back to edit. Let's see something.
Okay.
Go back to edit. Go to your top right. You can see to your top right, edit. Let's edit the flow again. To the top right, yes. Okay. Can you delete this and start again? Delete that step. I don't think this is right. Delete that step. Let me check something. Yeah. So click on yes, add an action. Okay, HTML table. Okay, create HTML table. You can create HTML table from this is where the error is coming from. From event list event. Can you there's something covering your screen? Can you move it? Okay. So event list from start. Scroll down, please. Event list from HTML link. Event list from event ID. Okay, so for your calendar, you picked Gmail, right? For your calendar.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Scroll up. Let me see something. Just go to the action before this. Click on that. List the events on the calendar. Let it open up. Calendar ID. Show advanced options. Okay. Click on that drop down for calendar ID. It's asking that we should not pick a string, we should make it an array. There's holidays in Nigeria. Okay, close it. Let's go back to the create HTML table. So now please confirm if your flow actually worked until the last part. No, HTML table, create HTML table. Come back to your from event list, event title. Which one did you pick before?
I picked this.
Event list, a summary of the event, the inclusive start time of the event. Okay, so it's asking for an array. Let's see event list, event, and date time. Okay. So yours is not even asking if you want how you want your columns to be arranged.
Yes, until I create HTML table.
Okay, click on it.
Shows that. Show advance.
Okay. Now you may leave it at automatic. Let's just check if it would run. Let's check.
Okay.
Save it. So test it. Hi, Sandra. What's the status of your own flow?
Hello, Toba. My flow didn't work. The same issue that the last step was where I had a problem. To send mail.
You're showing that you're not authorized to.
Yes, say unauthorized.
Yeah, so we would change the last step to another version of sending an email. But I would like to actually get this right for those who are using Google Calendar as well. But if it doesn't work, not a problem. We can remove the HTML table. It is just basically how it would arrange the. It's still failing. It's still failing. If it's failing for the list of values, then it would definitely fail for the last one. Let's see the reason why it is failing this time though.
Still loading.
Yeah. If it's the same issue, then yeah, I think it's taking forever to load. Let me share my screen so we just proceed because we're almost 10. So for this, I may need to check why, because I've not actually tried with Google Calendar before. So I may need to. It's an issue of the value we are passing to it. I think that's where the issue. That's where the error is coming from. That's where the error is coming from. So I'll be sharing my screen now. So we may I'll see what I can probably before the end we can look into this even more. Is that fine?
Yes.
Okay. So you can also watch how I'll do it for Outlook. If you have your Office account, you may now try with it. We can now explore even Google Calendar and see how it will work with this. Now, so for this, now we can now check. You can use send an email if send an email notification would not work. Okay, so we can just send an email to who? Let me put in my mail. Sandra and others, you can please follow. So instead of using, okay, let me delete this step and go over it again. So instead of using send email notification, so instead of using send an email notification, we can use something else. So I'm seeing send an email. Let me scroll down. send an email with options. I'm saying send an email. Since we are using Outlook, then it would be easy for us to just use this. Send an email. So I'll put in my name. Subject can be, so like I mentioned, could it be because I was using edit of my schedule? Okay, let me use edit. I beg. All right, so for the week, the subject can be there, Toba. Please find below your schedule for the week. So yeah, I can now put in outputs, and I can save.
But I was asking earlier on, you put output, but there's no output in my option.
Yes. So we do not even, I could have checked what the available options. So because even before you get here, the flow had already failed there though. But if probably we had gotten, I could have seen the available options, and we can see what could be the similarity here for Google Calendar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But it's fine. You can just follow through. You can follow through because Google Calendar is a bit different from Outlook. So I guess that's where the disparity has been coming from. So for values here, it was something else on your own end. I think even for the calendar ID, it was a bit different. So that is where the disparities have been coming from, because you use Google Calendar. But it's something we can explore. We can still explore it anyway and see what we can do to actually make it work too. But in the meantime, you can follow through as we go over this, so you can probably implement this when you have chance to your Outlook. So now we've saved this, so it is recommended that we test this flow. Now let's test the flow and see. Let me see. Okay, still would not work. Let me just test manually. So let me go back to my calendar. So okay. So let me add something to my calendar now. Outlook flow. So I can save and close. Now I can now go back to my flow and see if it is flow, if it's run successfully. So showing that my flow is running. My flow runs successful. So I should receive a mail in some minutes. So Sandra and Co, please confirm if yours is successful as well. So I should receive a mail. Okay, please proceed. Hello, Abdulaziz, proceed, please. Hello. You're muted if you're speaking.
Okay, while we're waiting for
the
other person to speak, my question now is for Outlook. Is it only output that we can use as a dynamic content for this kind of automation?
So what the output basically is saying is that, so from your table, the output from your table is what should be passed here. So obviously for dynamic content, you may not use exactly, you may not even use outputs. So you can probably check for, there are still some, let's check, there's still some other, so you can see body, you can see, so it is not just output alone. You may want to get the body of the mail alone. But the reason I'm using output is because since I have put everything here as a table in HTML, so I want the output of this table to be here, to be what would come from my body. But if you don't want that, if you want to probably negate this table that I have created and you just want to return the body alone without the table, then you can click on body and you will save and then you run. So for me now, I've done that and you can see these are the things on my table. So these are just what I used to test. Great now, testing wedding, Outlook flow, testing Power BI series and all that. So these are the things on my calendar. So you now, you would be able to get things from your calendar. I don't know if anybody actually was able to get email notifying him or her of things on his calendar, on the list of things on your calendar. Was able to do it successfully, please confirm. I did mine. Who else? Who else? Who else? Hello? Please don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me. Let someone confirm.
You're not alone. Don't worry.
Let's all confirm yes, she had his flow run successfully.
Well, my own is still rolling, so that's why I haven't said anything. So I didn't use any dynamic whatever. I just sent it like that. So I'm waiting to see what happens. But it's still rolling.
Okay, but your HTML table, did you remove it?
I didn't remove it, and it's still rolling.
You know the value, the front value was showing that it has to be an array and not a string. So you may need to remove it, and you just work with send an email alone. So Yinka, you may need to remove.
Let me see the output.
Okay, you may need to remove this create HTML table, and you just put in this, and then the body would now be body. So it will be body alone and not outputs. So Yinka, you may need to check that. Sandra, how was it at your end? Babatope, Sarah, Abdulaziz. Let's confirm. Did you work? Yeah, hi, Sarah.
I'm lost. I've been lost for a while, so I'll just listen to the video and catch up.
Oh, you could have called my attention, Sarah. You could have called my attention. Where were you lost? Let's see if it's something we can quickly do a quick catch up on. Or is it from the very beginning? I think video recording would answer your question that way. If it is probably something from here, we can just do a catch up. But if it is from the very beginning, no problem. You can watch the recording. That way you would be fine. All right. So who else? Who else? Thank you, Sarah. Who else? Abdulaziz, Babatope. Oh, Oluwasegun. I've not heard from Oluwasegun this evening. Hi, Oluwasegun. Are you here? Are you with us? Hello.
Yeah, hello. I'm with you.
Oh, have you been following through with what we've been doing?
Yeah, I've been lost for a while, but the video recording will answer my questions.
You could have caught my attention. Video record, if you have questions now, you can't ask in the video recording. You could have called my attention, but not a problem anyway. So you can watch the recording. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You are welcome. So please, who else is here? Someone should confirm this slogan.
My flow was successful.
Good. Thank you. It was looking like I did one magic kind of. All right, good, super. Who else again? Abdulaziz, was yours successful? Babatope, was yours successful? If it was not, it was because you I don't know, probably the number of days. I was just joking. You should run regardless. Confirm Babatope. Who else again? Oluwafemi, confirm. Yinka, have you been able to remove the table and run the flow? What's the status, Tomiwa? What's the status now?
So my flow is still testing and rolling. Can I terminate it somewhere?
Yes, you can. I think you should terminate it.
How do I terminate now?
So you can't.
Without.
I would not want it to, because if you reload, it would go back to the last place you saved.
And it's a fast distance I saved.
Yeah. Okay. You can. What are the options available to you, so I can see which one flow is running and what else is there? Do you have this back button?
So now I'm seeing something. I don't know.
Okay. What are you saying?
I think when I went to the back, you just said your flow is ready to go. If it's turned on and will trigger when you add an event.
Okay, so go to your calendar now. Yeah, go to your calendar now and add an event. Okay. Go to your Google Calendar, add an event. So who else apart from Sandra had the flow run successfully? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Okay. While we wait on others, I think we are done for tonight, and I think this is basically all about Power Automate. Though Power Automate is not limited to this. Like I showed you, there are divers of examples that you can, whatever it is you want to think of. Anything you want to think of, Power Automate can do it. Any automation you want to think of, how do I connect my Excel to my OneDrive, connect Excel to my Power Automate can do everything. It's just a matter of you being able to search. If you want to do it from templates, or you do it from blank. If you want to check for everything under Excel, so if I search Excel now, so you can see. Okay, this is not showing Excel. I couldn't find anything that matched their search. Okay.
I removed the HTML table and I rerun it. It is giving me an error.
Oh.
So from the error details, it says the main connector is currently restricted for new tenants.
Oh, did you use that was the same error we got. Did you use
yes,
I used
send an email notification. Yes.
No, don't use that. Don't use that. It's showing that
there's no send an email.
There's no send an email for you. There should be send an email.
There isn't. Let me show you the list of
okay. Okay.
Okay. The ones that are applicable is send email with option. That one is for Office 365. Get email Office 365 Outlook. Move email Office 365. Send an email Office 365 Outlook. Yes, it is not. Oh, I think I saw one. Send email for Gmail.
Okay, please click on that then. Yeah, check that. So while Mika works on that, so like I mentioned, there's virtually anything you want to think of in that can be automated that Power Automate can do for you. So you're not limited to this alone. You can explore more on your own at a personal convenience. So explore Power Automate more, and you would see an abundant way you can get yourself productive. So there are many things, certain things you should not do on your own. Power Automate should be the one doing it. Probably anytime you have an attachment, you can just tap Automate. Okay, please always download these attachments in a certain folder, so I can just anytime I want to see, I can go back and follow through on the attachments. So basically, Power Automate is just a tool to reduce your manual way of doing things, to reduce your to reduce your headache, like I mentioned earlier. So I think we'll be ending here today. I basically do not know if there are some other things that we do towards the end. Probably there are forms we fill or something. But we'll be ending now. So I would want us to actually not just end our learnings here. This is what we just don't touch on Power Automate. But like I mentioned, more than this, there are still various things. There are thousands of things we've not even touched on Power Automate. So I would urge us to actually do more, go online, check more videos of things that we want to do. If you are not so clear, go on YouTube, check videos, and it worked, right?
Successfully.
Yep.
Yes.
So you can
let me see the mail.
Yeah. Good. At least I'm not left alone. Sandra is here and Yinka. It's gonna be like it was magic he did though. So it's not exactly a magic. All right. So thank you so much everybody for today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the patience. Thank you for the learning and the interactive session, because it was more of interaction. We are the ones doing the session together. So it was not just me, it was us all together. So I'd like to appreciate everybody.
Under
Thank
the
you
body for Gmail, what do I put?
for Gmail after the
You,
body.
yes.
I
Under the
think
body, what do I put?
I think that's all. So you've done to your mail, and then the body will just be the body. So that's all. So just save and then you run again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you test.
So,
I mean.
Yes, so I want to make you happy.
Please make me happy. All right. Okay. So I would not want to take too much of our time, but if you're able to get it run to before we end, that would be amazing. So like I was saying, I'd like to appreciate everybody. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the patience and making today's session a worthwhile session. I really enjoyed this session. Hopefully we would meet some other time, hopefully, and we would have a fun time together. Thank you everybody for joining. Have a great week ahead. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Toba. Good night.
So
thank
my
you,
flow
Baba.
run successfully.
Great.
And it has just come into my email.
Wow, nice. How's it looking like? Is it well structured, Yinka?
Let me see. I sent it to my office email and it came in.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, it's blank because I didn't put any content. But it's fine. At least I got the notification.
Yeah, at least you have the idea. You can see how it works.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And
So you can.
and Toba is happy about it. So
I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
All right, thank you very much. Good night.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Good night. Have a
Good night,
great
everyone.
night. Good night. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night.